All right, in this video, I'll create a new file and go through the basic or some of the basic tools that we have in Illustrator. So let's do this. So we have the main menu here on the top. If you're using Windows, it will be somewhere around here as well, not that different. So when you click File, you have a couple of options here. You can create a new file, new from template, open. You have a list of recent files as well, and you can browse in Bridge. Bridge is also an Adobe software that you can use to manage your files, so you can browse something, browse your files here as well. So now I'll create a new file. I'll click this button here, and then you see this window will pop up, and you find the basic settings for your new file. So here are the recent ones that you have created. If you saved one, like a template here, it will show up here. And then you'll see that there are some presets. So like mobile, we have templates for web. So web large, this is 1920 by 1080 pixels, web minimum. And then we have other options. If you scroll down, you'll find some templates from Adobe that you can use as well. And then you can select other options. So print, so if it's a print design, you can look over here to see if you find something like a preset that will fit your need. At first it only shows 8 presets. If you click this button here to view more, you have a whole list of options with other sizes. Same for web and for all of them. Branding, social, art, and illustration. And then we have other things. One thing to notice is that once for some of these, when you select them, like if you select a preset for film and video, you'll notice that it will Illustrator, once you click create and create the file, you'll notice that the interface will fit this type of file or graphic that you're creating. So like for film and video, it will show some guides. I can quickly create one here just to show. So you notice that you have some guides here. You have the artboard as well, but you also have additional guides that are handy when you're creating a graphic for video, for that type of document. So these are things that you can also switch back and like change. Like the transparency, you can change. Where is it now? Transparency grid. So like the transparency grid, it's here under view. So you see that now you have looks a lot more like a regular artboard without the transparency. So you can change those things, but ideally the easiest way is for you just to create a new file accordingly. So if you find something, like if you're creating something for a graphic for the web, it's probably easier just to go here under the web tab here, select something. When you click one of the options here on the right side, you find the preset details. So here you can rename your document right away. You find the width and height and the unit here as well. So if you want to work with pixels, points, or inches, or whatever you choose, you can select here as well, and that will be the default unit for your file, for the file you're creating. You'll be able, especially if you're working with print design, you'll be able to set up the bleed area already. So you can do this here, or you can do that later as well. You can change that, but you can define that right from the beginning. And then you can select the color mode, if it's RGB or CMYK. Raster effects. So eventually, at some point, you will probably export your file. So here you're setting the measures and the resolution for your file. So you can set this up here already. Preview mode, default, and then you can just click create. And there you go. Now we have our 1920 by 1080 pixels artboard, and we have our artboard ready to go to start drawing something. All right, so you have the selection, the selection tool, the direct selection tool. The selection tool is good to select the whole object. So if I draw a rectangle here, so I can click the rectangle tool and select and draw a rectangle. So this is probably a good way for us to see the difference. So if I click elsewhere in the artboard, when I click the rectangle, this way I can select the whole rectangle. If I choose the direct selection tool instead, this is a way to select specific parts of the elements of the shape. So if I click the anchor point, you see that this one is filled and the other ones are empty. So these are white, this is dark. So this is showing me that this anchor point is selected, and now if I drag it, I'm moving just this anchor point. And if you hold shift and shift click another anchor point, then that's how you can make make multiple selections and move several anchor points at the same time. All right, so yeah, I think I'll stop here for now and I'll make another video.